today I just want to talk a little bit about music theory and triads and how they work in music. The triad is your basic structure of any chord, and it has a root, which would be the first note of your chord. The tonic note or the root note in A, it would be A. Then you have a third, which is a third up the harmonic scale or the major scale. But in a chord form, it's going to be here. So that would be the third tone of your major scale in A, which is C sharp. And then the fifth, a lot of people learn, some of the first things you learn is a power chord when you're starting to play guitar, which would be this would be an A power chord. What you have is your root and your fifth, which is again the fifth tone in your major scale. But in chord form as a triad, it's going to be up here. It's your E. So if you'll notice this 6-string major triad starting with the root note, it's in first inversion, which if you want to get more into that, you can certainly look that up. But I'm not going to go into the different inversions right now. Just suffice to say, an inversion would be to put one of the other notes on the bottom or in the bass of your chord. But right now we're just going to work with first inversion of the A. It looks a lot like your G. If you do your G chord, you'll notice that the first three, everybody knows G chord. The first three is your triad. So if you just move that up, there's your A triad. But the neat thing about these is, and you're going to find them everywhere on the neck, but the nice thing about it, if you just take your basic A bar chord, if you're you're performing with other artists or other musicians, you may have a piano in there, you might have another guitar player, you might have a bass player, whatever you have, you need to kind of leave room for everybody. You can't just be playing big bar chords all the time. Your keyboard player is going to get upset with you that he doesn't have any room to put anything in. You know, part of music is space, and you need to leave space, harmonic space, for all the different instruments when you're playing in a band. So the bass is going to be down low, and then your guitar comes in, and the piano comes in there as well. Piano runs a gamut. It's got bass tones all the way up to the treble. So especially if you're playing with a keyboard player, you're going to need to leave him a little bit of room. You play with a bass player and a piano player, and you're doing big, massive chords. There's no room for them, and they'll probably discuss that with you. That's where the triads come in, I guess is what I'm trying to get at, is that you can break it down. Instead of doing these big monster chords, just break it down, leave room for other people, and just do a triad, major triad. So you can take your, say, an A, an E, your A, and a D. It's the basic chord progression. And just break that into triads. So if you're doing that while somebody else is going, for other musicians. So check out the triads. Just break things down. You can hear just on the middle, some of the middle strings here. Your basic triads. You can also move it all the way up to the treble strings. So just explore some of those, some of the triad tones, you know, root, third, and fifth, and just see what you come up with.